This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you by Boomba, Performance and Athletic Apparel.
David, we're about a month in the season so far. I know you guys have had 2 meets, but been practicing a little bit longer. How do you feel about this team so far?
I feel pretty confident about the team. We definitely are. We haven't been to many of the meets that we want to get to yet, but I have a feeling with how hard they worked over the summer and how they've been doing at practice, we're hoping to make that team sectional berth this year, which would be outstanding.
You're, a couple middle of the pack finishes between Hornet Red Devil and Lake Park this past weekend. Kind of like where this team's at right now as far as, the 2 race days that you have seen them in competition?
I've been very happy with how they've been doing so far. Even over 1 week, we saw a lot of PRs from a lot of athletes, which tells me that we're going in the right direction, and I'm hoping once we start picking up speed work and then once we hit the taper season that these guys will really be flying at the end of the year.
What's some of the nature of some of the workouts you guys have been doing to get to this point so far?
We're doing a lot of long runs, mile repeats, more tempo things with general strength in between. Pretty soon we're going to add a lot of the speed work and more of the fartlicks, more of the 400s and 800 workouts, just to kind of get the speed up for the boys.
So maybe gassing these guys a little bit here soon?
Yep, probably going to gas them today a little bit.
Definitely. Tim Danielson, a senior for your team, he's been the first to cross in both races. Is he kind of a leader, which you said, when we were chit-chatting earlier, about 15 seniors, so a pretty big group.
Yeah, Tim Danielson is definitely a leader. Him and Peyton Sipes are definitely the 2 big seniors on our team. Tim and Peyton are guys who work hard every day. Peyton actually just came out for track last year, so it's been really remarkable how far he's come. And Tim's been probably our most consistent runner throughout the whole season.
As a first-year teacher and coach, does having a big group like that with a couple guys like that maybe make your job a little bit easier?
It definitely does. We have a great core group of seniors that really help lead the team. When I first came in as a head coach, they were very welcoming to me, and they've really made a smooth transition this year.
What's that transition been like for you as far as kind of getting your feet wet and getting into the swing of things?
It's been very busy, just with trying to balance teaching and coaching at the same time. But I've had a great coaching staff that is experienced and really has helped me, like I said, transition smoothly into the season.
Now behind Tim and a couple of your guys' races, Ben Castleman and Brendan McGrath, a couple guys toward the top for you guys. And they seem to be finishing pretty close to one another as well.
Yeah, we have a great pack running team. We're really looking for that 5th guy, which we're hoping one of our best runners from last year, Connor Oates, who's injured, we're hoping that he can come back and really kind of solidify that top 5 to have a really strong group at the end of the season.
How difficult is that? You can coach it in practice, you can talk about it before the race, but that pack running style, it's tough to execute. How much getting the rubber on the road and getting those guys out there, and the fact that they're doing it so early in the season, does that help?
I think it's been good how they've been training so long with each other, a lot of them 3 or 4 years, so they know each one their strengths, and I think they do a really good job working together, not necessarily seeing them as we need to stay in a pack, but really pushing each other through the workouts and through the meets.
Is there anything specifically you're able to do as a coach in practice to kind of train them for race day to be able to kind of stick together?
Oh, we definitely have groups that we train with. We have a 1 and 2 group that has about 15 guys on it, and they're expected to run the same workouts together. And so I'm hoping people in that group 2 will then lead up to that group 1 to kind of help work together throughout the season.
You mentioned a couple guys so far, but who are some of these guys that we maybe expect to make an impact as we move on further in the season that we haven't mentioned yet?
Definitely Connor Oates, like I said, who's just come back from injury. Lucas Lusk is another one who having some knee issues. Calvin Noonian, who has been our 5th guy the first meet, we expect him to have a great summer to come back. And someone who is just brand new to the sport, who we are really excited about, is Thomas Massengill.
You ran at ISU. The 2 Stewart twins who were in this program a couple years back are now at Miami of Ohio. So there's, I would imagine you have some runners with college aspirations. Does having those guys that, came from this program and, are doing big things at the next level kind of help these guys have something to shoot for?
Absolutely. They definitely know the Stewart brothers and how successful they were, and a lot of them, they're who they look up to. So I'm hoping with how they set the ground that these guys can really come and run well in college, try and have those aspirations, and be leaders of the team.
Now, the thing that kind of always strikes me about distance coaches, and you don't hear any other sport really talk about it as much up front, but you guys are all about telling your guys to get sleep.
Yes.
Now tell me, why exactly is that important for distance running in particular?
Well, we really stress their bodies a lot throughout the day with, they go to school all day, then we work them really hard in practice, and it is so necessary to be healthy, eating the healthy foods, and then making sure you get that sleep so you recover quickly and are ready to go the next day.
Now, you're from this area, graduate of Waubonsie. How fun was it? I would imagine there's a little bit of a point of pride as well, coming back into the district and coaching a program close to home.
It's very exciting. I had a great group of guys at Waubonsie, and it's one of those things where I had a great experience and I really want to help make these guys have a great experience as well. Coming together during those conference and regional, sectionals, and state series, those were probably some of the memorable moments that I will cherish that I want these guys to have too.
Now, you mentioned a sectional team berth being one of the big goals this year. What else are you looking for from this team as we continue to move forward in the cross-country season?
I definitely want to get these guys back down to state. I think they have the opportunities to. We have the talent level. The pieces just got to fall into place. You guys got to keep working hard every day, and I think we will be successful.
What has you most excited as we continue to look down the road to the cross-country season this year?
What has me most excited is how much these guys are improving. We've kind of changed our whole running philosophy from previous years, and just to see how they ran from 1 week to the next is really exciting, and I'm hoping from this next meet that we'll have the same outcome.
Change of philosophy, I would imagine it's neat to kind of see that be put into practice a little bit.
Yes, it is. It's definitely one that it's a running philosophy that I'm used to when I ran in high school and in college. So I know it was kind of hard for these guys to change a little bit, but now I'm hoping that they really are seeing the outcome and are buying into the system.
What are some of the principles that you're hoping to build on here?
It's more of we'd really want a good team chemistry, and I feel like with previous years these guys had a good team chemistry and we're just trying to build off that. And the way I see it is team chemistry is everything, and trying to be successful, working hard together. With the amount of workouts and the amount of things we do together, it's really important.
For sure. Well, David, we appreciate the time. We can see the group already has gotten started. We'll let you get back to them. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you very much.